Things my parents have actually caught me for. First was hanging out with the guy on Valentine's Day with the guy that I kept insisting was just my friend. I had met up with him previously on numerous occasions and my mom always saw us, but whenever we were together I would just say like, oh, don't worry, like he's just my friend. Some reason I just couldn't bring it out of me to tell my mom that we were dating, but when it obviously looked like we were on a date, I would just make up lies and say, oh, we just ran into each other, like I don't know this guy. So on Valentine's Day I was literally holding flowers from him and in a whole ass maxi dress, and my mom saw us together and was like, what is this? Like, you're not supposed to be hanging out with him right now. You told me you were going to a Galentine's. And even then I still tried to make up a little lie. In the end I got caught and she found out. Second was playing Bed Wars or watching anime with random people in Discord servers until like 3 a.m. every night. Parents were very strict on a bedtime that I had to be in bed before like 11 p.m. every single night. Obviously though, back in quarantine, everyone was like gaming all the time and you can't put a bedtime on that. So after my parents went to sleep, I would hop on a voice chat with like a huge Discord server. Literally be like raging and screaming on Minecraft. I was one of those people. But anyways, one day I was screaming so loud, I think, that my mom came up and checked on me and she was so pissed. She like took away my entire PC setup. I wouldn't talk to her for weeks. To this day, I still have to charge all of my electronics downstairs because of this occurrence. Something that happened to me recently was that I almost got caught driving when I wasn't supposed to. I did get my license recently, but obviously my parents are going to be strict about the 6-month rule. Basically that you can't drive anyone other than family members until 6 months after you get your license. And since my parents are extra strict, I can't really go outside of a 3-mile radius of my home unless they're in the car with me. So essentially nothing changed about my lifestyle. But obviously I'm not gonna let that happen. Like, I got my license for a reason. So a few days ago, my sister and my mom were going to the gym. I just took that opportunity to leave my house and go pick up my friend just for some Taco Bell. Obviously, I turn off my location just so she can't know that I left the house without her knowing. She automatically checks my location and sees that it's off, starts FaceTiming me when me and my friend are in the Taco Bell drive-thru. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, I am actually cooked. Taco Bell is like 10 minutes away, so I don't know how I managed to do this, but I did not answer any of her calls that entirety of the 10 minutes that I took to drive home. Y'all, it was actually rough. I was like speeding and swerving, and I know that is not good. It wasn't that bad, but definitely top 10 scariest experiences of all time. There are definitely more, but that's all I can think of right now. Let me know if you can relate.
Here's some mindless drama for you Anyway, here's some mindless drama for you. That's not even drama because it's actually so funny. So I work at a restaurant. Some would even call it a neighborhood bar and grill, if you know what I'm saying. At this restaurant, I've gotten to know a lot of the coworkers there. I'm newer, whatever. And this one, oh my god, my face is orange. That's a little better. A lot of my coworkers that work in the kitchen do not speak very good English. I don't speak very good Spanish. So, I wish I could, but I don't. Long story short, one of my coworkers that works in the kitchen, we're going to call him Marcus. It's not his name, but we're just going to call him Marcus. Marcus end up messaging each other on Facebook, of all places. This is what post-grad life is like, dating. We are messaging back and forth using Google Translate. It's so funny. I'm entertaining it. But anyway, this guy says he wants to take me out to lunch, like on a date or something. I'm like, oh, fun, like whatever. I didn't put much weight behind it because I just feel like it would just be a Google Translate kind of thing the whole time. So I'm like, I don't know, but I'm open to it. Okay, whatever. Cut to a couple days later, last Thursday, I'm working, I'm serving, and who do I see walk in at the front with another girl? Marcus! And I'm like, okay. Host literally seats them in my section, and like nobody has any idea this is going on, so it doesn't even matter. And it's 100% a date. And this girl is stunning. So honestly, I was kind of like, damn, look at you go, pop off. But then I realized what he like had also said to me the other day, and I was like, oh, ouch, that kind of hurts. But at the same time, I'm not mad about it. I'm just sitting there like laughing because I'm like, wow, he literally asked this and then brings a girl on a date to the place that we both work at? Like, what? So I was just kind of laughing at the whole situation because who does that? But at the same time, like, more power to him. He's got a big set of balls. Also, it's not that serious, so I kind of get it. But at the same time, like, if you're trying to make something happen, why are you bringing a girl on a date to the place that we both work at? I don't know. But it's just funny. It's all just funny. He ends up, like, actually messaging me again, like, earlier this week. And then we cut to last night, literally a week after this incident, and it's Thursday again. And I show up to work, and I giggle to myself. I'm like, haha, remember what happened last week with Marcus? I wonder if that, like, what are the odds that happens again? I'm like, no. Any self-respecting man taking a girl on a date, why would he take himself and treat her to this neighborhood bar and grill, if you will, 2 times in the same, like, week, I guess? I don't know. I'm like, if I work at a place, I'm not trying to be taking my dates there. Like, also, just go get other food. Guess who walks in literally right after I'm thinking that? Marcus and this girl. And I say that this girl, like this girl. But I really mean it's like, she seems like a nice girl. I don't know. Good for him. But at the same time, like, oh my god. But it's just hilarious because, like, I don't know. He just seems so completely unbothered, and he's still doing his thing, and, like, still texting me, like, after that, which is, like, crazy. I guess we're just not meant to be. Like, I'm gonna can it, because if he's, like, cheating on me right now, and we're, like, not even official, and, like, what am I gonna expect for, like, the rest of the relationship? Not to mention, like, we can't communicate that well together. Like, I would love to try and make it work, and I would love to learn Spanish. I'm impressed that all these people are bilingual. Like, I know it's not that huge of a deal for some people, but I wish I was bilingual, but I never applied myself because I took German. I guess we could have gone on cute little dates together, passed the phone, Google Translate, back and forth, or even had it voiced like we were 2 little Stephen Hawkings. I saw it all. I saw the future with him, with Marcus, who I've only talked to using Google Translate. I guess I could be sitting here thinking, what does she have that I don't? For one, they actually speak the same language. She's got me beat there. For 2, I could be the one, like, going on these dates with him, but at the same time, I gotta work on Thursday, so I can't be doing that. It's fun being dramatic about this situation, because it literally meant nothing. Like, literally nothing ever happened between us. And he has every single right to do this, but I don't have much going on in my life right now, so, like, I want to be dramatic about it, you know? I'm kind of over this story. I think he works tonight. Marcus. It's gonna be a little awkward back there in the back of the house. It's not. But tell me why I just now noticed there's these yellow stains. And I promise you those are not for me. I don't sweat. I don't really sweat out of my armpits. I feel very fortunate for that. I don't. These armpit stains are really making it look like I do. I'm a girl. I glow. And I talk shit.
My mom is 100% my biggest doll. I'm leaving the house this morning to go to school, and my mom tells me she has to come to my school at 10 o'clock for a meeting about my attendance. And I notoriously, like, leave school, okay? I hate that place. I would much rather be at home. So, and she's gotten calls from, like, my counselor and teachers in the past about my attendance. So I was like, oh, fuck, like, this is gonna be bad. And naturally, I spend the rest of the day stressed the fuck out, scared, worried, like, what are they saying, like, literally, like, shitting my pants the entire day. I had then asked my mom if she could pick up my Starbucks and drop it off at the school, because there's a Starbucks right next to my school, and she was like, okay, I'll do that when I'm out of this meeting. And I was like, okay. So I keep texting her. I'm like, are you out of the meeting yet? Like, are you still in the meeting? Again, still fully thinking that they are just sitting in there talking about my attendance. And then finally at 1 o'clock, she gets out of this meeting. She had been there since 10 a.m. And she goes and picks up my Starbucks, whatever, and I get it from her. And I'm like, what happened? Like, what did they say? And she's kind of, like, laughing. And I'm like, well, wasn't it about me? And she looks at me, she goes, no, I was kidding. Girl had me stressed the entire day, thinking that I was about to, like, get in so much trouble for my attendance when she was just joking. What the fuck? Literally had me scared for my life. Horrified, terrified of what was gonna happen. Bitch walked the prank on me. Another example of her being an op, there's this guy that she really wants me to date. Not only did she tell this guy's mom that she thinks we should date, we are at my house, the girlies, getting ready for a function last weekend. We were all sitting on my bed, just kind of chit-chatting. My mom walks into the room and goes, Adia, is so-and-so gonna be there tonight? And I'm like, girl, like, I've told her on numerous occasions that I don't like him, like, so many times. Literally says that in front of all my friends. Is he gonna be there tonight? What the fuck? She then proceeds to tell me that she's probably gonna see him the next day and that she's going to tell him to ask me out. Thankfully, she did not end up actually seeing him or telling him to ask me out, but just the principle of the situation. Girl, what are you doing? She also aired me out at family dinner. We had family dinner with my sister and her boyfriend and, like, you know, the family. And she starts bringing up this guy, asking about him, saying, like, if we're gonna hang out soon. And I'm like, how many times do I have to tell this woman I don't want this man? Like, I just don't want him. So now I'm wondering, like, has she given this man some ideas that I want him? Like, what has she been saying to him? I'm just scared, okay? I just, like, don't want to have to deal with the repercussions of my mother's actions here. Brooke is here in the background. She's really enjoying this podcast-esque. Say hi.
Hi, guys.
This poses a problem because I tell my mom everything, okay? Clearly, because she knows this much. And sometimes she runs with it. She runs with it and she goes far. She does miles with it. She does laps, okay? She runs a 10K with this information. I mean, don't get me wrong. I fucking love my mom. It's just like, could you not be my number one op at all times? At the end of the day, I've just had to learn that a Slavic mother is always gonna be stirring the motherfucking pot, okay? She gets it from my grandma. My grandma'd be doing the same shit. Like, I swear my mother is the sole reason I don't give a fuck about any of my, like, actual ops, because I'm like, whatever you're saying will never compete to what my mother's doing. And, you know, my mom and I are the same person, so, like, would I do the same thing when I have children? Yes, I will. No op will ever scare me, all thanks to my mother.